Hello everyone and welcome back to Donut Like Donut Read. My name is Julius and with me today I have Luna.
Hello!
And Adam.
At your service.
And I hope you're ready for another death battle. Or a death battle as some people say. With a beautiful matchup of characters. It's Simba versus Firestar. Firestar, of course, being from the infamous Warrior Cats books. So yeah, this is on the Death Battle Fanon wiki as always, and it was made by... Wait, does it say the name somewhere? Yeah, April 319. This has been a request from My Flaming Skull 101.
Yeah. So apparently, from what you were saying earlier, the books for... Someone was saying earlier that the books for the Warrior Cats are a mess, right?
It's a massive book series. It's basically pulp fiction for children. So they pump out like a whole lot of scholastic books. It's got multiple authors. It's very, very big on, it was very, very big for playground games. It was very, very big at tricking kids to get really, really good at doing highly detailed and highly well done animation, provided everyone involved was a multicolored cat, which is very impressive to me.
Okay, so some good came out of it. Then you're saying
it's a lot of art. A lot of kids got into like art and animation because of it. Like it had a lot of. It was a net good. Warrior Cats was a net good on society. I'm gonna go on the record as saying that.
Okay, I mean that's good, even if apparently the books were a mess or like the continuity was a mess.
That just happens when you got a lot of books and a lot of different authors. You're not gonna keep that straight. Even when like one author is writing a whole bunch of different books, you're gonna get some miscommunication. This was like several authors under the same pen name.
Yeah, I can't really talk on that because I have like some experience with the book series, but I've like only read the first 4, I think.
I haven't read any.
I have friends who were into Warrior Cats, and we have a deal where I will listen to them talk as much about Warrior Cats as they want. In return, they will listen to me ramble about Doctor Who.
Like if there somehow was a Zemonia related death battle, then that would be where I would shine. But anyway, so Simba versus Firestar. This has some vital statistics at the beginning. So air date, I guess, is January 23, 2015. Written by April 319. Directed by April 319.
And it looks like this is their 5th one. Their 5th death battle. You said this one was pretty special, though, Julius.
I mean, I don't know about the other ones, but I know that this one is questionable in some places.
Yeah. So, forget Lion Clan versus Blood Clan. This is the day where Firestar faces his most powerful rival yet, Simba.
Simba!
In the comments, tell us, in the comments, a Warrior Cats fan, tell us how you feel about this. Is this his most powerful rival yet? Do you have thoughts on this?
I mean, probably.
I mean, Simba...
They didn't have lions in the book or anything close to lions in, like, size and strength, so I'd assume so.
I guess it really depends on how far they scale in terms of power.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they put some, like, laser eyes in there in the later books, they're just house cats, basically. They fight among each other, mainly, and, like, animals like
Game
rats.
Of Thrones for children.
Yeah, basically. And it's, like, there's some supernatural, like, some spiritual elements, I think, but not, like, they don't have, like, supernatural attacks or anything. They're basically just cats.
Simba vs. Firestar is a what-if episode of Death Battle, with my previous episode being King Pig versus King Dedede.
As opposed to a not what-if episode?
Yeah, I mean, these are all... Death Battle is inherently a what-if series. What if these two characters fought?
What else would there be? As opposed to, I guess, the objective death battles.
Yeah.
There might be a bit of background noise. It is pouring outside of my house.
Oh, I can't hear
That's
it.
Okay.
So
okay,
yeah,
good.
neither.
If you can't hear it, then it's fine.
Yeah. Though I will spoil something here, not in this one, but I took a look at King Pig versus King Dedede because I had no idea who King Pig was referring to. It's referring to the pig from one of the pigs from Angry Birds.
Yeah, I figured.
And I took a glimpse at that death battle, and the author had King Pig winning over King Dedede, which gives me a lot of hope for this coming story.
I'm sort of biased towards King Pig because King Pig does have architectural knowledge, as seen in his contraptions.
Fair enough.
We'll see if this... We'll see. So, description. The Lion King versus Warrior Cats. Both cats started from weak into becoming the most powerful, and they're also both in the cat family. Who will win?
We're all part of the cat family.
The cat family.
And we got a commercial.
Yeah. What's this boomsticks line?
Yeah. This episode of What If Death Battle is brought to you by SSS Warrior Cats, the fan-animated Warrior Cat series of the first Warriors book, Into the Wild. Because some people are too lazy to go on the internet and find all this cool stuff. Jeez, insulting your audience.
Yeah, this is stuff that I was talking about.
I think every commercial should be that way. Why haven't you already bought our product, asshole?
That SSS Warrior Cats. That's an example of like one of the you look at the screenshot. It's very clearly got like the mid 2000s DeviantArt sort of art style to it. Like the little anime boy art style, except they're cats. But it's animated well. It's very interesting. Warrior Cats is very fascinating.
Interlude.
In ancient Egypt, they say cats were considered gods. So what did they do? They trained.
Yeah, that follows from that.
I mean, you haven't reached godhood yet. You gotta get some gains before you can gain godhood.
You know, I always associate with cats just training. You know, not sleeping 20 hours a day in the sun. Training.
Yeah.
You have to rest before you can, become... They rest, and then the zoomies, that's the training arc. It's a montage.
And don't forget shit like finding a love interest, being plotted, get killed by a villain, and running away from home. Gee whiz, how many things do these guys have in common?
Standard hero's journey.
Yeah, basically.
God knows, boomstick.
Okay, so first in the ring we have Simba, the Lion King.
And Firestar, the kitty pet turned warrior. Due to Warrior Cat's books taking tons of time and research, to not waste time, we will be analyzing Firestar from the animated videos and fights of what happens in the official book. So they're using the fan-animated content as source material.
That's already a good start.
I mean, I don't know. I think Warrior Cats was one of those where for the fan animation, it was like, I have to make this exactly like the scene as I can, otherwise I will die.
I mean, if the authors themselves source the fan wiki, it's probably alright.
I mean, that kind of says less about the fan wiki and more about the authors.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny where Death Battle is all about research, and they just say here, we're not actually doing all the research, we're just gonna, kind of wing it. Based on
I was gonna read
sources.
through the Warrior Cats books, but guys, there's too many of them.
I can't expect somebody on Death Battle Wiki to, research every Warrior Cat book before they put up their free fan fiction. I just thought it was funny.
Why are they actually, quick question, why is this being posted? Why is there a wiki to post this? Why can't... Is AO3 down? Does AO3 keep being down whenever they want to post? Why here?
It's just... All their friends are here. All their Death Battle friends. Like the guy who wrote the other ones we read.
I guess.
Yeah, the guy who came up with Boring Godzilla.
Actually, it's for the best, actually, because now that I'm thinking about it, the kind of people to post on Death Battle Wikia would be the kind of people where instead of posting each their death their death battles separately. They posted on like one fic with a tag list the length of Magna Carta. You gotta scroll past every time you want to read anything, and that would suck.
That's like,
so I'm glad they keep it here.
That's the one thing I really hate about AO3, just that, what you just described.
Yeah, it's like, on one hand, it's nice that you can pick multiple characters, but sometimes, like, I want to find stuff involving this character, but people keep tagging them in fics where they're, like, a minor character, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe fanfictions.net pick 4 characters, that's it. Maybe there's some benefits to it.
Maybe.
You know?
He's Wiz, and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win. A death battle.
Hey, guess what? Guess what they're
Don't
not gonna do?
A what-if death battle?
Yeah.
What do you say, Julius?
Guess what they're not gonna do? Well,
They're
you'll
not gonna
find out
fight.
shortly.
Simba.
Across fictional Africa, there once started a Lion King. Great start.
Started
Great
what?
Start.
Started
Just
what? Started existing, I guess. He willed himself into existence. And as these lions kept marrying each other for a baby, a lot of these lions proved to be legendary. But none are as deadly as the most badass Lion King you'll ever meet, Simba.
What do you mean marriage? Who's officiating these weddings? Do they have is it the baboon priest?
Yeah, I guess Rafiki's a shaman. I guess that kind of... I'll allow it. I suppose that's okay.
After decades of lion incest, we finally got to the strongest of them all, Simba.
Royal family
The
core.
strongest because he's the most inbred.
Habsburg. William's own Uncle Scar was jealous of this cub about being a future king, so after a bit of pouncing, singing, etc., Scar finally found a way to kill him.
I guess Scar did all of the pouncing.
Yeah, be prepared.
Be prepared for pouncing.
Wait, no, Be Prepared was later. Be Prepared wasn't before he killed Mufasa, was it? I don't think it
before
was.
he
Be
killed
prepared
Mufasa,
was
yeah.
because, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
But I thought
Yeah.
Zuzu was there. I thought that Zuzu was, like, there trapped in a cage.
No, he wasn't. No, he was singing about how he's going to kill Mufasa and then Simba too, and then
Yeah.
there was all the Nazi hyenas, you know.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I forgot about those. I'd forgotten. I'd blocked it out. Sorry about
Don't
that.
worry, they got removed from the remake and also the song itself.
Oh,
that
that's
was the worst.
That's cringe. Speaking of, I think it's really gutsy of them to call movies that are like 90% CGI live action.
Yeah.
Like, let's be
in this case, I
honest.
think it's all CGI, actually. I think the only reason they wanted to call it live action is because they used, like VR cameras where they had, like, motion tracking and shit, but, like, that was done before for Surf's Up, so...
I think it's best it keeps it that way, because if at some point one of them is like, oh, actually this movie was mostly animated, and they're going to try to get one of those live action remakes nominated for like best animated feature, and it's going to hurt.
Yeah. It was kinda advanced. But to get a crap ton of hyenas chasing you, you need to be capable of keeping up a badass winning streak.
Boomstick, are you feeling alright?
Yeah, I think Boomstick is having a stroke over here.
Yeah, man.
So, no,
How old are you?
What I actually think is
Your face is drooping.
What I actually think is going on is, I think this is supposed to be sarcasm. He's like, oh, Simba's so strong he got chased by a bunch of hyenas. Like, because obviously Simba didn't have a winning streak because he was a child, and I think this is supposed to be a dunk or something. Because as you might notice, this author might have a slight bias towards warrior cats.
Maybe.
I mean, the advertisement, you know. I will also say, I'll give the author this, though. They're writing Boomstick much better than the Godzilla one we covered.
Yeah, at least Boomstick has lines in this.
And after the hyena chased Simba, he was successful in escaping. But Mufasa, not so successful.
But Mufasa didn't die to the hyenas.
Yeah. He got trampled to death by
that wasn't not entirely unrelated, but that was a separate instance. That was not the hyenas chasing them.
What was it he got? Was it wildebeest or was it gazelle?
Yeah, it was the wildebeest stampede. Yeah. And only because Scar pushed him down there.
The hyenas were the ones who chased him down, yeah.
Yeah, this author is not giving an accurate summary of the Lion King so far.
Yeah.
And after running away like a cow, survivor, he got trained by 2 prey who he turned out to be friends with.
Bro, he's a kid. A child.
This makes it sound like he ran away from a physical threat, which is also not true. He ran away because he was being manipulated and he thought it was his fault and he was feeling guilty.
Yeah.
Well, why include all those little details? I
really think this is to make Simba look bad.
But it doesn't work because, I don't think there's a large group of people who have not seen The Lion King. At least I don't think there's a whole lot of people who would be reading this and haven't seen The Lion King.
Yeah, most everyone, The Lion King is such an iconic movie that even if you don't remember it too well or you haven't seen it, you're at least going to know a lot of the beats of the story.
Yeah. Timon and Pumbaa.
Simba then learned about feeling no worries, and the worst part? Eating buggy little insects.
As a matter of fact, he actually gotten used to this and lived with those people for a decade, is it?
And then he also knew a ton of cool tricks and stuff. Oh, and look, he discovered his best friend since he was a kid, Nala. And after meeting her, they both found their way back to where they last lived. Oh, and Timon and Pumbaa followed them too.
Oh, after getting back to where he last lived, Simba managed to kill his brother Scar.
Brother.
Hey, hold on a second. Hey, guys, wait a minute.
My uncle and brother in arms.
All the incest you talked about.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, see, it all makes sense.
Oh, no, I don't like it.
And it's obvious that a couple managed to escape a ton of hyenas makes the result obvious. Simba is possibly one of the most deadly Lion Kings who ever lived.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't rip you apart.
Simba should rip him apart for this.
And now you're lying, Luna.
But...
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't rip you apart.
There's... we were making fun of the other death battles we covered, but at least those ones, they did it terribly, but they tried to talk about different skills and feats and stuff. All they mentioned is that he outran hyenas and he killed his brother without any description of power or things he's in. It's just so bare boned.
Yeah, that's what I meant by guess what they're not gonna do. They're not talking about the actual abilities or I guess stats of the characters. They're basically, for both of them, they're just giving the backstory and calling it a day. Which kind of defeats the point of Death Battle. That's the point, right? That you actually try to analyze the abilities, not just to give a plot summary and talk about how cool you think the character is.
Yeah. This is off to a great start. I love it.
Yeah, we're going great places.
Firestar.
Rusty used to be a house cat with a comfortable life and owner.
But one night, he had a very mysterious dream.
He dreamed about being a wildcat in a forest.
What a nightmare!
He woke up, then tried his food, but it didn't taste good after all. Never mind. Rusty then had a chat with the cat living next door to him, Smudged. Firestar told him that he was going to the wild, but Rusty was only looking for a mouse or two.
Then he got attacked by a mysterious black wild cat. Turns out that it happened to become a new friend of his, Greypaw.
Then Greypaw took him to meet Bluestar and Lionheart.
But they were thinking of letting him join ThunderClan due to him fighting back against Greypaw so bravely. But guys, I was so good at fighting earlier on.
Shut up. They were asking Rusty if he should leave his comfortable kitty pet life forever, so Rusty could join the ThunderClan if he wanted.
He ran back home and told Smudge all about it. Rusty then left his home for good. Forever.
Don't those mean the same thing?
But
what?
then when...
good, forever.
Left home for good. Yeah, that's
yeah.
Yeah, if it weren't for that one writing mistake, I think this story would be, pretty perfect. But then, while strolling out in the wild, he saw Lionheart jumping from tree to tree.
This guy is starting to sound an awful lot like Lionheart.
What, is that a
My
pun?
feelings exactly.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's Lionheart sounds like Lionheart.
Oh,
yeah, that's...
Oh!
I get
It's
that,
dumb.
but what's the joke?
I guess it's a bad attempt at wordplay.
That dog in the background's trying to explain it, but we can't hear her. That is when he met White Storm, who was about as fast as a tornado. The damage from tornadoes comes from the strong winds that they contain. It is generally believed that tornadic winds can be as high as 300 miles per hour in the most violent tornadoes, but even the tornadoes that aren't violent enough to kill a cat. So Rusty must be so powerful to combat his speed and even manage to attack and survive it on time. Sorting cat energy. Sorting cat energy.
I don't think it was meant literally. I don't think this house cat is being Sonic over here.
Nice.
I think you took a metaphor or a hyperbole too seriously.
He has incredibly strong zoomies.
Yeah.
At least they gave him an actual feat here. They could have done more for Simba.
So you're saying that a kitty pet could defeat a warrior cat?
Exactly. If he is that powerful as a kitty pet, imagine how powerful he would be as a warrior cat.
Due to having this, he managed to defeat Longtail. Then he became a new apprentice to ThunderClan due to having his collar snapped in the fight, and his new name was Firepaw.
You look like a brand of fire in the sunlight.
That's me. That's Bluestar.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be a cat?
Yeah, you said you were taking various characters,
Yeah.
and I didn't want you to force you to have a conversation with yourself.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah. But despite his new official apprenticeship, he was still known for smelling like a cute and cuddly kitty pet, which he used to be.
Don't tell me I'm going to be sharing my den with that revolting stench.
You'll have to excuse Senpai. I think she must have a fur ball stuck somewhere. She's not usually this bad-tempered. Then, after going to sleep and waking up, he did his very first training. Firepaw was really hyped at the moment.
Guys, could it be that this summary is way more detailed than the one for Lion King? Because we're still
so.
in the first quarter of the first book. We have all these details. And this is trying to summarize Firepaw becoming Firestar over the span of multiple books.
Yeah, and even if it was stupid, they gave him an actual feat, and they have all these guest appearances from these other cats.
Yeah, I guess even if that feat was questionable.
Yeah, I mean, it was stupid, but at least they said, here's a measurable feat we're going to give this character.
Yeah.
They didn't even give that to... Simba didn't get that at all.
And he was fuck training when he earned the rank of Fireheart. He's defeated Greystripe, Whitestorm, Longtail, Tigerstar, and even Blood Clan itself.
But in order to defeat Blood Clan, all of the other clans, River Clan, Wind Clan, and even Shadow Clan, had to all team up on Blood Clan to become Lion Clan.
But most of Firestar's victories have been successful. It's obvious why he was crowned leader of ThunderClan. If you're the most dangerous thing the wood has to offer, then I think I can handle it.
Fight. Location. ThunderClan. All the cats are doing their duties while Leafpool and Firestar are chatting. Well, brace yourself, Firestar. ShadowClan will be here tomorrow to settle the arguments about the borders, so prepare for that, okay?
Yeah, I've got it.
Firestar walks to a tree and sits next to it. Firestar finds a mouse, then runs after it and catches it. Simba then leaps out at Firestar. All the cats look at Firestar and see the intruder. Cues the raising fighting spirit, Naruto.
That's right, we have a soundtrack.
I mean,
See,
there's
just
fight music.
Arthur thought of everything. Except, analyzing their feet.
Yeah, and it's not as though, Lion King doesn't have its own, intense battle music they could have played here. Let's pick Naruto, of course.
If you want to kill the rest of ThunderClan, then you'll have to go through me first.
Who said anything about killing anybody? Oh, another fight? Gosh, it's fun when we do this. Bring it on, Kit.
Simba just loves to fight. Simba loves to fucking kill everything.
He just loves combat.
Yeah, he loves combat with things that are like 5% of his size.
Yeah.
He's got a warrior spirit.
Very much into blood sport, just like the movie.
Yeah.
Simba gets into his fighting stance.
Sure, I'll bring it on your face.
Excuse me?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what Kimba did to Boomerang. I'm gonna beat you off.
What? Can I find someone else, please?
Firestar then also gets into his fighting stance. Fight! Firestar jumps at Simba, then claws him 3 times, but before the 4th time, Simba scratches Firestar while in midair. Firestar was in midair, not Simba. Okay, thanks for explaining that. I kind of got what you meant when you were talking about it already. Simba then pins him down, but Firestar dodges and stabs him on the side. Wait, how does he dodge if he got pinned?
Very carefully.
Also, I wonder, stabbing him with what exactly? Because how long
claws,
how long her house cat claws? Not even 1 centimeter?
No, he's got a knife in his teeth.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, did he carry a knife all the time in the books?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, they used to call him
stabs.
I don't know. They used to call him Step Paw because he was good with his knives.
Simba then stabs Firestar back. Okay, they have knives. I'm just assuming they're knife fighting.
Knife fight. You're gonna fight with a knife. Knife fight. You're gonna fight with a knife.
Simba then throws Firestar at a tree.
Lights out. He got enough hits in to activate his ult.
Simba then does a swipe scratch on Firestar, but Firestar dodges again. Firestar then runs up the tree where he was thrown at, and then Simba follows him. Cues Simba versus Scar, the Lion King. At least that's appropriate music.
Yeah.
Firestar then sees Simba coming up, then knocks him off. Firestar jumps from tree to tree, trying to get a perfect angle to attack Simba. Simba walks through the forest, puzzled, not knowing where Firestar is. Cues True Light, DN Angel. Starts at 14 and ends at 26. Anyone know what that is? What that's a reference? What is this True Light?
DN Angel is an anime, I think.
Oh, so it attaches to a Warrior Cats video, so I don't know.
Okay, then it's gonna be okay, so it's a clip from, it basically means referencing a specific clip from this, making like animated music videos was also like a very big thing. Was also like a very big thing in the Warrior Cats fandom.
Great. Okay.
So Firestar then jumps off a tree close to Simba, then scratches through his heart. Excuse me.
Of course.
Yeah, that's how anatomy works. Keep moving.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Keep moving.
Simba dies. Then the tree falls on top of Firestar without him noticing. Firestar dies. Conclusion. KO!
Wait, let me ask one thing before. Why? Why does Firestar die?
I guess
a tree fell on him without him noticing.
Why does a tree fall on him for no reason? Like, I mean, if it was like somehow related to the fight, but no, literally, randomly that tree just dropped on him.
I mean, if a tree falls on a cat in the forest and no one's around to witness it, did it actually happen?
Okay, so Simba threw Firestar at a tree, so what I'm thinking happened is that maybe he threw him hard enough to compromise, like, the tree?
Maybe, but first of all, that's stupid. Also...
Yes,
how do we can't know if this is the same tree because he climbed up the tree and then jumped like through the trees, then went back down on Simba. So this could be anywhere in the forest.
Him. The tree he slammed into
and even then,
him.
At least establish that the tree like cracks. Again, it still wouldn't make any sense, but at least it would feel like foreshadowing.
I mean, how would he know one way or the other? Like, he didn't know, it fell without him noticing. He doesn't know which tree it was.
I'm just kind of baffled why you would even include this. Like this.
Yeah.
This has no purpose.
Yeah.
I'm also baffled with this conclusion. Like, I really like how they didn't at all take like their sizes into account. Like, at no point does it seem like they take to account that like one of these animals is like towering over the other.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that Simba's like 20 times his size.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, doesn't matter that a scratch from Simba could like shatter Firestar's bones, while a scratch from Firestar to Simba would like hardly do anything except some scratches.
Well, no, he clawed out his heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that means, however that works.
It's well known that cats have claws that are like equitable in size to like Wolverine's claws and just...
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sure.
Lionheart, Bluestar, and Sandstorm all cry over Firestar's body, while Spotted Leaf puts leaves over Simba's enormous wound from, the little cat
from the house cat. Well, there goes the Africa and ThunderClan we all know and love.
I think that sentence will stand the test of time. Hold on.
I can't believe this destroyed all of Africa. I can't believe Africa will never be the same again.
Give me a moment. That's definitely going on the Tumblr. Hold on, let me just... I'll put it in later so we continue, but that's definitely going in there. Sometimes, audience, when we read funny stuff, we'll just copy and paste a quote from it and put in the Tumblr. And that can happen months before whatever recording that was actually sees the light of day. So you get out of context spoilers. If you follow us on donutread.tumblr.com, always be plugging.
The more you know.
Yeah. And you guys thought Simba would have won, right?
Yes.
Well, you're wrong. You're wrong. That's right. The wrong that belongs to you. That was your wrong. Although Simba is a much bigger cat and has killed the mighty Scar, Firestar has pulled off a lot more impressive feats. Did Simba kill Scar?
He knocked him
off.
No,
he didn't. He knocked him off the cliff and the hyenas killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He won the fight, but he didn't kill him. So.
Yeah.
But also, Firestar has pulled off a lot more impressive feats for a house cat. Like, what even is... Like, what even is context?
The only feat they gave him was that he can run really fast, and that is something, if that was true. But the fact is that being really fast doesn't mean dick if you have little house cat claws and you're fighting a lion.
I mean, if you run fast enough, if you run fast enough and you're small, it's sort of like a bullet situation. You can run right through him.
He's just like the Flash, just like phases through his body.
Exactly. It's like what was his, like, A-Train in The Boys. It's similar to that.
Yeah. If he killed him like that, I would have at least said, okay, well, at least you were consistent with the feats you were giving, and not his claws become like Wolverine's and he gouges the guy.
Yeah. Such as attacking a warrior fast as the speed of sound as a kitty pet. Don't want to mess with Firestar. Again, I still think you took that too seriously, but okay.
And Simba also managed to run away from a ton of hungry buttheads. What a quick duel. Question, how do house cats know what the speed of sound is?
They don't. Also, again, with, Simba ran away from, like, things that were, like, way bigger than him and also outnumbered him as a child. What a coward.
If you're over the age of, like, 5, you should be prepared to square up at any moment.
Looks like Firestar got split into 2, or maybe 3 if you include Simba. What?
What does that mean?
No, we don't include Simba.
What does that mean or imply?
It's not even a joke. Boomstick usually ends the episode with a goofy dad joke, and this wasn't that. It was, I don't know what he was going for.
This battle is a draw.
No, it's not. Simba didn't kill Firestar. Also, Simba died first. How would this be a draw?
Like, I don't think they did many draws on Death Battle, but if it was a draw, you'd have to explain why they're so, like, evenly matched that you really can't pick a winner. But they didn't do that.
Also, I think to call it a draw, I think Firestar would have had to die from Simba and not, like, randomly from a tree. Because that's just, maybe, like, he just won this, and then also a tree dropped on him. Like, that's completely out of his control. What do you mean, a draw?
What is it, something, when you go for vengeance, dig 2 graves?
Yeah. Or maybe, Luna, your tree theory is holding more water than we originally expected.
I don't think it's well written, but I imagine that was the intent.
Probably, but even then I find this questionable.
Next time, Apro 319.
Next time on Death Battle.
1.
And then
it just connects to a Warrior Cats video. I know, it's Blanca, never mind. Connects to a picture of Blanca. So I guess Blanca is in it.
Guess what? Toph Beifong's analysis has been confirmed. The fight will be released soon.
So is it Toph versus Blanca? Like, what's the connection there?
Maybe.
Fight? Green?
Yeah, they're both green. Toph's not even green, she just wears green sometimes.
Yeah. And if you liked this episode, then please remember to check out on King Pig vs. King DDD.
And did you check out SSS Warrior Cats yet? SSS Warrior Cats is a fan-animated series of Warrior Cats into the wild, with voice actors and great characters.
You got me there, Arthur. And why not?
Voice actors and great characters. Why am I here then?
And why not just sit down and watch some episodes while waiting to find out who the electronic green Goliath is fighting? Enjoy. And no, I did not just rip off the Hulk right there.
Well, that was suspicious.
I guess we also have trivia.
I've never seen any trivia on one of these pages before.
I guess this author seems to be really proud of their work if they put, like, trailers and
I think the idea is this is supposed to be. I think the idea is it's supposed to be a fake. This is supposed to be a fake. I think instead of writing it, they're trying to pretend that this is like an actual episode they put a transcript of. In a normal Wikia, there will be trivias for like real episodes. They're coming with like trivia for it.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
The author is incredibly meta. This fight took a bit longer to release than April 319's other fights due to the arguments, fallouts, research, and everything else.
Fallouts? I guess someone went, you know this is stupid because a lion is so much stronger than a house cat?
Yeah.
Maybe that was the fallout.
The argument is, that's also the argument, is the fact that, yeah, how could you really... When I saw the name Firestar, I thought maybe the cat had fire powers, and then I'm like, okay, maybe that's...
It's like a naming scheme. It's like a naming scheme for the cats. It's like, you need something, it's like something in nature, and then you'll have like a suffix based off of what you do. Like star is like he was firepaw. It's like fire kit. Like kit is for if you're like a baby, and then you get older, and then it's like if you're doing medicine, then you get leaf. So you might be like fire leaf, and if you're the leader, then you get Firestar, and it's a whole thing.
It's like ranks basically.
Yeah, Mountain Dew, Smokeweed, and Garfield are all valid warrior cat names, because Gar is a type of fish.
This fight will be using adult Simba instead of child Simba to make Cub versus Wild Warrior Cat a much more fair fight.
Sure thing, buddy.
Could a house cat beat a lion cub? I feel like that's more of an interesting fight.
That would probably more of an interesting fight.
Specifically, you gotta remember that when I refer to warrior cats as Game of Thrones for kids, warrior cats is, you know how there are books that are like targeted towards children, and like children are fine with reading it, but like they're the kind of book where you read as an adult, and part of you is like, should I have been reading that as an elementary schooler? You know, just because of like some violence that you kind of brushed past when you were like 10, but now you're older, you're like, we should.
Yeah, no, these books were really gory.
Yeah, Warrior Cats was incredibly violent in a way that I think the only reason why they're allowed by the Scholastic Book Fair is because they're about cats and not people.
Yeah.
I don't know if the rest of these are really worth reading. This fight will be using Firestorm's Warrior version. Yeah, these are pretty standard. They talk about, it's the first episode to include a commercial, but okay. The fake commercial.
Guess we can look at some of the comments.
Mm-hmm. This is ridiculous. A lion can simply swipe the cat and it'll be dead. It doesn't matter if it has 9 lives. It'll just keep repeating the same thing. When you get revived from your 9 lives, you aren't as good as new, as shown when Tiger Star did, or when Blue Star lost his 7th life.
Oh yeah, that would have been something to maybe mention in the analysis, that as a leader he has 9 lives, like Firestar has.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, that is a thing. For some reason they didn't mention it. Which I find weird, because, like, that would have been, like, even then, like this person said, like, Simba would just kill him 9 times and go home. But that would have been, like, the one, maybe, advantage Firestar would have had, and they didn't even make mention of that.
That would have been,
Maybe they put, like, it on a single stock.
Yeah, they must. I was gonna say, apparently getting hit by a tree kills all of your lives instantly.
I mean, being a logger is the most dangerous profession. Like, you're more likely to die as a logger than you are as, like, being in the milmilitary.
Yeah. To be fair.
Dangerous things.
Usually loggers, like, they actually use a saw to put the tree down, and like, normally trees don't just fall down or fall over because a cat was, like, smashed into them one time.
He was smashed really hard.
Yeah.
Honestly, he lost a life doing that, actually. The concussive force, it turned his bones into a fire.
Yeah, it was like a Wile E. Coyote thing. Like, went right through there and there was a cat-shaped hole in, like...
Yeah.
I'll say this, though. I think they missed an opportunity here. It would have been actually kind of cool for the author to write it like that, where Simba kills Firestar, but then Firestar comes back to life, and he has to do it like 8 times, and he dies before he kills the 9th one. That would have been kind of maybe a little more fun to read. It would have been interesting.
Yeah. That would have been more realistic, even though, like, I still... Like, realistically, I still don't know what Firestar could have done to Simba to even...
Yeah, I don't know enough.
Like,
I don't
drain
know
him
enough
out.
about... Hey, surely at least one of you guys listening went through a Warrior Cats phase. Are there anything that you know from reading in the books that Firestar could have done that could have turned the tide of battle? Leave a little comment. He could just kill Firestar and then rip out all of his organs like Scourge did to Firestar. Simple. Claws from a cat will give a male African lion a little scratch at most. Firestar can't even kill dogs. How can he kill something much bigger and stronger?
I mean, he has a point.
I guess the dogs in the Warrior Cats universe also scale up to tornado speed.
I picked up with Lion.
Yeah, I like this.
He's been...
No, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, something worth considering is that he, as a lion, has been living on bugs and stuff. So he's not like... He's gonna be a little bit malnourished, which might give, Simba... it might give Firestar, like, a bit of an advantage. You know, he's not dealing with, like, him at, like, full health, full vitality, you know?
I don't know, those bugs in the movie look pretty scrumptious.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't think they're giving, him, a lion, the protein content he needs, you know? I don't doubt that they were good. I'm just saying I don't think he could have possibly been eating enough of them to keep him, like, at full stats.
But they were slimy yet satisfying.
Yeah, but I just don't think he could have been eating enough of them.
So I also like this response to the Mean Dog, like the original Mean Dog comment from Can Actually Think. Were you even listening to the conclusion? Simba has never performed any tornado/Mark 1 feats like Firestar. What I find ridiculous is they explained why Firestar won and then randomly killed him with a tree, so unnecessary and ridiculous.
Maybe it's because he killed a Disney star, so the mouse had him taken out.
Do you think the first part was, like, sarcasm? Because, like, that tornado Mark 1 feat is kind of ridiculous?
I don't know enough about Warrior Cats to know.
I'm pretty sure they took, like, a metaphor from the book too seriously. Like, I don't think these cats have, like, they don't have, like, elemental attacks that makes them as fast as wind. Any more interesting comments?
There's a lot of them are pretty much the same. There are a few people out there who are defending Firestar on this, but most people are just kind of commenting on how ridiculous it is that he beat a lion.
Yeah, there's one that actually defeats a Firestar winning. Like, it's in response to another comment that says, like, basically what we said, but, like, in a meaner tone, I guess. But this guy, Xanderbond123 responds, "Lol, no. While Simba is most definitely more powerful than Firestar, Firestar has 9 lives. 9 freaking lives." Again, this is what I said before, like, he'd just kill him 9 times and go home. Not to mention Simba would never expect his fallen foe to come back from the dead.
It didn't happen, though. It wasn't even mentioned in the feat.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't. And, like, even then, like, again, he could make a surprise attack, but, like, again, what would he do to Simba to actually wound him in any meaningful way? Like, scratch beyond the surface scratch? I guess he'd give him a fright. Maybe Simba would die of a heart attack after witnessing someone coming back from the dead. Anyway, not only that, but Firestar has trained his entire life. Yes, yeah, he has trained to defeat other house cats. I'm sorry, but I could train my whole life to be an MMA fighter, and I could become like one of the best there is. That doesn't mean that I can take out a tank with my bare hands. Doesn't matter how unexperienced the crew is.
Hey, somebody needs to... Keep going.
I was gonna just repeat, you can if you're not a coward.
Okay.
Hey, those of you who are watching this video, we need to get a death battle, Julius from the TLDR versus Tank. Let's do it.
Versus an actual tank, or maybe Tank from, what was it, Friday Fright Night?
Julius manages to claw through the tank and take out the crew, but then a telephone pole falls on him.
It's a draw.
Wait, is this me or is this my Fox avatar? Like that would be even better. If it was like a tiny fox, like smashing through the metal of through the armor of a tank.
From Fruity Fox, Simba should have won. It's a full-grown lion versus a measly little house cat.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't disagree with that.
Fruity Fox was angry. Rough day.
Yeah, Fruity Fox, from one fox to another, maybe calm down.
So, as always, don't bother the author, or Julius will come and scratch you right through the heart.
Yeah.
And we won't even talk about... I cannot stress enough, if your goal behind saying, funny, silly thing is to harass the author, is to get any attention, even if the attention is the sense of, we, are upset, so we bring it up, we aren't going to. You'll never hear it mentioned. You'll never hear it mentioned from, any of us online. You'll never see, a video where we talk about how disappointed, we just won't think you're cool. We just won't like you. We just won't like you. We'll think negatively about you. If we recognize your username, and you make requests, we will just ignore them. It's not worth it. You're not gonna get, any, clout or, benefit or us to be haha, or, I can't believe we did that. We're just gonna ignore you, and we'll just think less of you as people. Don't harass authors. We're not trying to, bully authors. We're just having, a little bit of fun, a little bit of a laugh. We don't want to be the reason why somebody gets, harassed or, bullied. So don't do it. Don't mention it to the author. None of that.
Well, what she said. And, as always, you can always leave us suggestions in our Discord. Alright. And remember, if you do not like, then do not read.
Have us read it for you. Have a good day. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.
Later.